I've been getting requests on my channel to show off my entire vacuum collection. Originally, I wasn't going to do it because I saw it as pointless, but then I later got thinking, and I was like, why not? You only live once, so let's have fun in life. So, I'm going to be showing half of what I got. Right now, we are at our storage shed, and let's see what's inside here. So sit back and enjoy the show. So starting with this one is our Shopvac Qsp Pro 18 gallon. I already did a video on this. We keep this here for storage and for whatever projects that we may have going here, but the majority of the time we would use this at our house. So there's that, and it works fine still. Over here is our Eureka the Boss Central Vac. I also did a video on that. Works fine. And I also thought I'd go ahead and show off here. If we go over here, that's our neighbor's Eureka the Boss Central Vac, which I also showed off on my channel as well. Seems to be fine, but it's not really mine. So this half, or basically these three doors, is our neighbor's side, and the other three doors over here are basically ours. So that's my neighbor's, and how the other one is ours. So I thought I'd mention that if you haven't seen that. Here's something else I thought I'd go ahead and show off here. This is a Auric XL commercial with Enduro Life belt. So this is also our neighbor's, and as you can see here, it's taken apart in half because the pipe here got smooshed. I'm going to talk to my neighbor and see why this is here, because if for whatever reason they don't want or even need this anymore, I'd be more than happy to take this off of their hands. So thought I'd go ahead and show you that. Also thought I'd go ahead and mention here that somewhere at our half of the shed, we have a orange Metrovac or Metropolitan blower that we use for pumping up boating tubes for our boats here. It's not just a blower, but it's also a thing that you can suck the air out of the tubes here. And I thought I'd go ahead and mention that because Metrovac or Metropolitan is a company that also makes vacuum cleaners as well, like old school canister or stick vac handheld. Yeah, it's not just canisters they make, but they also make stick vacs and canisters. They're like old school machines that I really do like. So anyways, I'm not sure where the blower went. I tried looking, but I think it's somewhere in here. So thought I'd go ahead and mention that. So that's it inside of here. Gonna go ahead and close this up. Now, let's take a little walk here and see what else we got. In this trailer here that we have, I'm not gonna get into it, but inside of there is our green Eureka Optima upright that I've also did a video on, which I kept it in here for now, but it's already since been retired, and I'm currently trying to find a replacement for it. I bought a Eureka Mighty Might, but I wasn't going to be thrilled with using it there, so I ended up giving it to my brother. So this is our lifetime shed. And this is where the majority of the vacuums are at. So just to show how big it is, that's where most of my vacuums are kept in there. So let's go ahead and get this thing unlocked and open the door. And here we are. I'll start with this one. This is our Bissell Proheat 2X carpet cleaner. I've also did a video on this. I'm actually going to bring this back to the house with me, and I better do it sooner than later because the sticker here is falling apart or is about to come off. But other than that, works fine, or at least the last time I tried it out, which I think is the last time that I did a video on this, or the only time that I did a video on this, which would have been quite a while ago. But anyways, moving on is my other Kenmore Professional 12-inch that I've inherited from my great aunt. She passed away not too long ago, and this is the only vacuum that I got to take out of her house. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the other two she had, but that's okay. I just need to get some new parts for this, clean it up, and do another video because someone wants to see this again. And then I'm also going to sell my other professional 12-inch because I don't need two of these. Unless if someone has a 15-inch that's in near mint condition, I'd be more than willing to make a trade with my other one for that. So this one is my Electrolux Prolux Plus commercial upright. I've also did a video on, and I'm still trying to sell it. I think I'm probably just going to end up giving this away because I've been having no luck with it. This one is my Kirby Ds80. I've also did a video on. And I'm still trying to find the right bumper for it because that's the bumper that I tried replacing, but it's not the right color. But other than that, this along with the Electrolux still works. And the only other time these machines have ran were the times I did a video on. Anyways, moving on. This one is one of my Hoover 1-ton V2s upright. This one unfortunately has a bad motor in it, so I will not be doing a video of this, unfortunately. And I'm basically just going to scrap and take off what I want to keep on this and throw the rest of the machine away. So this is basically the only time that you're going to be seeing this. And behind there is my Kenmore quick clean with power wheel. I just need to get a bumper for it and find the rest of the attachments for it, and I'd like to do it sooner than later because someone wants to see a video on this. And this one is my Kenmore Upright with 11 amps. I also need to get a bumper for it, but this one I could care less about finding the attachments for it. This one is my other Kirby Heritage 2. This one I'm not sure if it works or not because as you can see here, the cord has been chopped off. But I like to get another cord for this, and I also like to get attachments for it as well. This one is my Kirby 512. I keep referring, or I kept thinking that this was a 509, but it's actually a 512. It's also got the hose and the brush hole that fell out of the hair because for whatever reason this doesn't hold the brush hole anymore. I also thought I'd go ahead and show off here a brush hole and a belt that came with this Kirby when it was given to me. I'm not sure where this brush hole came off from. I'm thinking it came off from like a Hoover or something like that. Something very old. With this machine, I'm actually thinking about sending this into Kirby and have them factory rebuild this machine. So hopefully I like to do that, because it's very cool to have an old piece to my vacuum collection. But right now it's in pretty rough shape, so I'm not going to be doing a video of me running this before it gets rebuilt. And right there is one of my Kirby Classic Omegas. And I don't know if it's this one or my other one that has a cracked fan in it, but I'm pretty sure both of them has burnt out headlights. In the front here is my Hoover Steamvag Ultra carpet cleaner. Up front here we have my Kirby Self-Propelled upright that's got a tear on the bag there. Kind of hard to see that, but just need to get a replacement out of bag for it. Not like the same one. I'm thinking about getting a white Eureka out of bag for it and make it match with my other one that I used to have, because that was my first actual vacuum that I've ever collected. But sadly I don't have it anymore. Up front here is my Panasonic Performance Plus Platinum model MCV5248. And this one unfortunately does not turn on, so I don't know if something's wrong with the plug, the cord is frayed, the switch is bad, the wires are also frayed, or what I'm hoping, and I'm fearing that this would be the case, is probably that the motor is bad. So I'm going to be doing some investigation and see if I can get this thing working or not, because if it is the motor, then I'm probably just going to scrap this for parts. But I'm hoping not, because this one happens to be a childhood vacuum of mine. Right there is my Hoover Temple White Path. It's just missing attachments for it, and it also doesn't have a bag or a belt in the brush hole. And this one is actually one of the newest vacuums that I just recently got. I'll show the other one that I picked up the same time with this. Back behind there is my Dyson DC07 full kit that I brought back home with me from my grandfather's. He just recently passed away, and so I'm not going to be using this over there anymore. And beside that is one of my two Phantom Thunders. This one's the 11M version. This one is my Panasonic Performance Plus model MC5277. Works fine. This one is my other Hoover One Tunnel V2, and this one's actually the turbo powered version. It's a model 7300. This one luckily works, and I'm glad it's this one that works, because this one happens to be a childhood vacuum. Works fine. I just got to finish cleaning this up, use whatever parts from that one and put on this and do a video on this. And then beside there is my other Kirby Classic Omega. And as I mentioned before, my other one, I'm not sure if it's this one or the other one that has a cracked fan in it. And again, I'm pretty sure both of these have burnt out headlights. Then behind there is my Panasonic Performance Plus model MCT6307. Then behind there is my 12 amp Phantom Thunder. And it's also got a box with the manual, possibly the extension hose, or maybe a brush roll. I can't remember. But one of these two, I think it's the 11 amp version. I think it's got a seized brush roll in it because it's having a hard time turning. And it's definitely not a belt issue or something wrong inside the, or actually maybe there is something caught inside the housing that's making the belt not turn. So anyways, thought I'd go ahead and mention that. Inside of this box here, actually, I'm going to show it here. Just give me 1 second. So this is my Kenmore Self-Propelled with 7.5 amps. I usually call this a magic cord upright just because it does have a cord rewinder on it. This one, as you can see here, the handle is awkwardly bent. It's supposed to be straight, but for whatever reason it's just it got smooshed when I got this vacuum out of the box from eBay. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this bent back on without having to break anything on it, because it's not only connected to the switch, but also to the self-propelled mechanism as well. So if anybody's got some tips or suggestions, please let me know in the comments, because that'd be really nice, especially with this machine, because this is one of my all-time favorites, and spent more than I should have, but I really wanted this vacuum. So anyways, I just kept this in the box. And also beside here is the hose that also came with the self-propelled upright when I got it. And yes, there is a crevice to it, and then possibly might be another attachment here. I don't remember. So anyways, just thought I'd go ahead and show you that here. Up front here is my Recari 8850, and behind there is my Panasonic model MCT7398 with automatic cord reel and dirt sensor as well as a smart handle feature as well. This one right here is my Recari Vibrance Deluxe with a clutch and a check bag indicator light. Beside there is my green Dirt Devil feather light with 10 amps. I already did a video on this. Up front here is my sanitary, and it's got a cracked fan in it. Originally I bought this to fix my other sanitary that I have at home because that thing died. However, I actually like this sanitary more than my other one that I decided to not fix my other one and fix this one up instead. So not only I'm gonna get a new fan for it, but also I'm just gonna clean it up and scrap my other one. And I'm also thinking about buying a new old stock version of this off eBay as well, because I just love these vacuums so much. Up front here is my green Eureka Bravo 7 amp. This one has got an issue inside. I can't remember if the fan is cracked or something in the motor housing is making the vacuum sound rough, so I'm hoping to find another Bravo that I could use to part with that one and to fix whatever I can up with this machine. And up front here are attachments, bags, a brush oil, and a manual from my Kirby Tradition that I used to have, but I regret getting rid of it, so I'm after another one. And it's also got attachments in here that came off from another Kirby. I'm assuming it's a 500 series that's red. So that could possibly be useful for my 512 that I have. And up front here is my Kenmore Heavy Duty Upright, and as you can see here, it needs a belt and a bag, but unfortunately the bearings on this are dry, so it sounds rough when you turn it on. And then behind there is my Kenmore Quick Clean Bagless Upright. This one's actually made by Samsung, and my other Quick Clean over there, that one's made by Panasonic. Just needs a hose. As you can see there's actually a tear inside of there. And then beside that is my Dyson DC-14 full kit that I re-inherited from my sister. I originally gave this to her, but then she realized she didn't need or even want a second vacuum for her house, so I got this back from her. I took the inner hose out of this and put with my DC-07, so now it needs another hose for this. And up front here is my green Hoover Bagless Upright. And then beside there is my green Simplicity Freedom Upright with the 2-speed selector switch. Behind there is my Hoover Turbo Power 1700 that I'm waiting to find another Elite that I can use for parts out of, because as you can see here, the hose does not like to stay on, and also there's a crack in the headlight lens that I accidentally broke. So until I get parts for those, I will do a video on this. Beside there is my purple Kenmore Progressive with direct drive that just needs a bag. And up front here is my red Kenmore Progressive with direct drive that just needs a new filter for it. As soon as I get both of these cleaned up and whatever things they need, I'll do a video on both of these, because they've been requested to be shown. And then right here is my black Kenmore Progressive canister that I just need to fix the check bag indicator light that I took apart and messed up, and so I just need to take it apart again and try to get it working again. And also there's a piece of plastic inside that I accidentally broke off as well, so I just need to get some epoxy and get this thing up and running again. This extension hose here, this actually came off from the red Progressive when I got it. Then we got some other goodies here. This accessory kit, this actually came from the 8850 when I got this. And this is a extension hose. I don't know where it came off from, but I just found this at work and decided to bring it back with me. And this hose, I'm pretty sure it came off from a Shopvac. Don't know what model though. Underneath the box here, I actually have some vacuum parts that are stored in here. Below that is my Bissell liftoff 3554B, still in its box. I also did a video on that. And below that is my TriStar CXL. And then beside there is the other hose that came with my CXL when I first got the machine. Underneath here is my Miele Red Star that I just need to find a power nozzle for and another attachment as well. I'm pretty sure it's the dusting brush, and not to mention the wands as well. Other than that, works fine. Right here is my Sharp 200G commercial model EC14 TXC. I also did a video on this. It's still missing the handle release pedal. Behind there is my Hoover Steamvag wide path. And beside there is my blue Kenmore Upright 300. And on top of here, this black one is my Black & Decker collector. And on top of that is my Kirby vacuette. Also one of the newest vacuums I recently got. I picked this up the same time as my Hoover Temple. And then beside here we got some Kirby attachments. This came off from a G5. And this one came off from a G6, and it's also got a videotape that's never been opened before. And also, there's a attachment there that came off from a Centria too, I believe. And we got some bags. This Kenmore Type W, that belongs with my other professional 12-inch. And got some Kenmore Type U bags that actually came with the red Progressive when I got this machine. And behind there I got bags that belongs to a Kirby Heritage 84, which I do not have, but would love to find one of these days. Then right here, I almost forgot to show this, is my red Kenmore Progressive canister. I just need to find the power head and the wands for this. And then finally, these four are vacuums that I'm going to get rid of here. Right here is my other Dirt Devil Featherlight. This one's got a cracked fan housing, and it's also got a couple other things that are broke on this, and it's not even worth fixing up or selling, so I'm just going to get rid of this. Right there, that's my other Hoover Elite Rewind that has seen better days. It's falling apart and it doesn't work like it used to nowadays, so the only thing I'm just going to keep out of this is the turbo brush, because unlike my other one that I have, the back of this is black, but this is gray, so that's the only thing that I like to keep out of this. Then up front here is my other Kenmore Progressive Direct Drive with IntelliClean. This one still turns on, but I do plan to take some other parts off of this and just get rid of what I don't want with this. And it's also not even worth fixing or even selling. So that's that. But I definitely would like to find a new old stock Kenmore Progressive with IntelliClean version of this. I've seen it once on eBay, and right now I'm just keeping my eye on another one, because normally I don't keep two of the exact same machines from my collection, but this can be one of the exceptions here. So yeah, I just would love to find another one of these that's new in the box. And same thing with my purple bagless version as well. I also would love to find a new in-box version as well. And again, like my sanitary, I also would love to find a new old stock version of this as well. There's currently one on eBay that I think I'm gonna probably get. Finally, this last machine here is my white Kenmore Progressive canister that I brought back home with me when I was living out of state. This one is also falling apart and it doesn't work as well like it used to. I'm just going to take it apart and keep what I want with this and just throw the rest of the machine out. Anyways, that concludes whatever I got here, and I'll definitely try whatever I can to get most of these machines up and running here. And again, whatever machines that I mentioned or talked about, that I will not be making a video of this. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video.